So right here, graph the linear equation using the table of values -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 as your input values. Okay, so what is our input values? It just told us, right? Yeah, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. So when we plug this in, this is g of x, so it's going to be g of -2, g of -1, g of 0, g of 1, and g of 2. Kind of zoom in on there. So those are our inputs. Now we got to put it into the equation, correct? Let's put it into the equation. What is our equation? Yeah, -3x minus 4, right? -3x minus 4. So wherever there's an x, what do we put in its place? Well, we put in our input, right? We're going to put in, what I always teach is whenever there's a variable, put in parentheses, because that kind of helps out when it comes to knowing, am I going to add there, subtract, multiply, divide. So I'm going to put in -3 parentheses minus 4. And I'm going to do that 5 times. Notice I just rewrote my equation. -3x. Instead of x, I use parentheses minus 4. Now, what goes inside the parentheses is our input. All of our inputs. Marquette, what's our first input? -2. What's our second input? -1. And then so on and so forth, right? Yeah. So now you really just have to plug that into your calculator. -3 parentheses -2 minus 4. Or if you like working things out like in your head, you could just do what's -3 times -2 would be a positive 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. So again, use your calculator to plug that in. Use your calculator to plug that in to get your outputs. Just to save a little bit of time, I went ahead and put them up there so you can check your answers. Plugging them in. But it's just that simple, y'all, to essentially just plug into your calculator. I'll let y'all do the graphing part on your own. Notice our input here is -2. Our output is 2. So you go to -2 and then up 2, and that gives you your first point. Say again? How'd I get 2? Did you plug it into your calculator? All right, let me see. Bring it over here. We'll show it to all the fans. All right, so -3 plus 2. So notice what we're going to put in here. Put this in exactly as it is into the calculator. So right here, let's go ahead and clear. It says -3. -3, and then we're going to put parentheses -2. All right, minus, what's it say? 4. Just notice that and that look identical. -3 parentheses -2 minus 4. -3 parentheses -2 minus 4, and it gives us the answer of 2. Okay. Now, if you ever just want to change it, if you just go up and go back to it and press enter, it'll give it to you again. Let's delete that. And I give it to you again. So you can just go back and change that one number, press enter, and it'll tell you the next one. So you can kind of do that. It's kind of a little bit of a cheat way of using the calculator, a little shortcut. But that is how you do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video with that. We'll do number 10 here in a second, but I just want everybody to see that that number 9. So.